Hey guys, Richard not in writing's room here, although still will be for the last time as we leave the resort today. So, sorry, tomorrow. So, a bit of free advertising for the place, anyone wants to go. So it's called Norfolk Woods Resort and Spa. It's just one of the booklets they gave us. It's in Norfolk, between not far from King's Lynn. Really recommend it. We came here, one of the reasons being that they allow you to take a dog with you. You can see there's ours in the background. And yeah, it's a nice place. We went to Wales a year ago, good place. But this is a lot bigger. It's a villa. So in that one I went to Wales, it's all pretty much one room plus bathroom. This is like proper family size, two double bedrooms and single bedroom as well, bathroom, massive living room, all that stuff. So yeah, if you're anyone in England in that area, definitely recommend it. So on to the review. So yes, this is the big one, the one we've all been waiting for, Dalek. Thinking back to 2005, I know they spoiled the hell out of the fact that the Daleks were returning, obviously, but this early on, I'm pretty sure they were even in the trailer from the previous episode before it, but we're sure like Radio Times, everything was advertising the Daleks are back. It's episode 6. Don't know why they went fully on the marketing. Everyone knew the Daleks were coming back. It's pretty much facts. You weren't going to have Doctor Who without it. But unfortunately, it would just continue. Every series, stuff like the Daleks would be spoiled over and over again. Other monsters as well. So it's like, what can you do? It just happens. So yeah, anyway, this is the big one. So I was saying to my wife earlier, so far Rose was probably my favourite episode at this point, episode 1. That was a 9 out of 10. This, though, was the first 10 out of 10. So plot in the future of 2012, 7 years later, Doctor hears a signal from some alien species calling out for help, and he ends up in this bunker in Utah, and the lab in the base of a guy who collects alien artifacts and owns the internet, and he's basically taken the creature prisoner and wants to know what it is, but it won't talk. And it turns out to be the Doctor's worst nightmare, a Dalek. And basically what happens is the Dalek pretty much gets out, kills just about everyone, and it isn't even really truly beaten in the usual sense. Basically, yeah, I forget the ending. So, Chris Eccleston is a superb actor. Also, what he does a great job with pretty much anything. So far, it's been some serious moments, like in episode 2 when the tree woman is talking about what's happened. You see like a tear from his eye. But he does a lot of the humour. Clearly, it's the Doctor who's masking his pain with humour, but he's not had enough opportunity to really dig into the darker stuff. And Chris Eccleston absolutely nails it in this episode. So, yeah, finally get the full facts about this war. It was the Daleks. The Time War between the Time Lords and the Daleks, and the only way to end it basically killed everybody, every Dalek, every Time Lord, no doubt other species as well, but it wiped out both races with one exception list of the Doctor, how we don't know how he was the survivor, and the Dalek. This one Dalek somehow escaped through the war, through in the it seemed like it was a huge explosion. The Doctor mentions how within a second the Dalek race was wiped out. So whatever happened is an inferno that just tore through everything and just like that destroyed their entire race. But yeah, this one Dalek, fell through time, survived it somehow, and ends up in this place in 2012. And yeah, basically, Dalek is a prisoner. It's been tortured for information. The guy who owns the base it's in is this I don't know, is he even a trillionaire? He owns the internet. He probably get countless wealth. I don't think you could even label him an infinitiaire. Who knows? But yeah, he just wants information at any cost. He has one of his goons torture the Dalek. The Doctor shows up, sees what it is. Yeah, completely just snaps, ends up trying to kill the Dalek himself. The guy who owns the place, Van Statten, isn't willing to let the Dalek suffer, so basically saves it. The Dalek still won't acknowledge him. He basically tells his goon, resume the torture, and it gets out. Basically, it tricks Rose into making contact, and due to her being a time traveller, their touch regenerates the Dalek, powers itself up, and goes on a killing spree. And God, it's nasty. Along with just gunning down a few people, as a scene when it just they basically send all personnel who can fight it out, and the Dalek just soaks them in water. 2 gunshots and they're all dead, low and high level. It's bloody nasty. But yeah, what an episode. Now, if a lot of these series 1 episodes I've only ever watched the once, and then again in 2012, this is the one I've watched a lot. It's my go-to episode for everyone, a dark but really good one-off episode, if not two-parter. It's just, everything works so well. It's, yeah, without a doubt, the 10 out of 10 of the series, well, so far of the series. You know, you've got great acting, great characters. You've got a new character called Adam, who's basically Rose's love interest and joins them at the end. Yeah, you got Van Staten, who's just the worst type of person possible. He talks about how he wants to touch the stars and just like, you just want to bring the stars down, bury them and own them. It works so well, and it's interesting how the Dalek's beaten by, when it absorbs Rose's DNA, it begins to change, and to a Dalek that's the worst thing possible, because Daleks hate the idea of change, and in the end it blows itself up. It's yeah, it's just about the way the Dalek, despite the many people it kills, seems like it's more of a victim, but then you see the Doctor at his worst. You know, Rose sees the Dalek being tortured by one of Van Staten's men, and she feels bad for it, but then she doesn't see what the Doctor does, who tries murdering, and then in the end has a bazooka and this completely crazed, really mad look on his face. He just wants to finish this Dalek off with a bazooka. It's just so well done, and you just think, God, yeah, is this like the end of the Daleks? Are going to be more? Is this the end of the Time War? And the Doctor finally make peace of everything that's happened. It's just, everything about this works so well. You know, the special effects, like the Dalek death ray, for example, just looks better than ever. The way the Dalek can like move the middle part of its body with the like laser and the plunger. Oh, the plunger! The Dalek indeed kills its torturer with his plunger. It's not fully charged up at the time, so it just, as the guy puts it, suckers him to death. pretty funny. And of course, the big smoke. Now, this is not new. Anyone who saw the episode Remembrance, the Daleks of Sylvester McCoy will know the Daleks could fly upstairs. But let's be honest, how many people watching this in 05 actually knew that? A quarter? Not even everyone who watched Doctor Who in the old days watched it to the very end, because it's known that it got quite bad. And yeah, so obviously, I didn't know that. I knew it from watching the episode after, but yeah, the moment when the Dalek gets to the stairs, they think they're safe. You know, he can't get up, and elevate. It just starts floating up really slowly. It's just the perfect way you get just sense of this Dalek was just wanting them to think that it was beaten, and it wasn't. Oh, perfect. Yeah, just everything about the episode works so well. The acting, the special effects, the characters, even references to larger Doctor Who. Davos gets a mention. The Doctor tells Van Staten about how the Dalek race was genetically engineered, and it's just like this creature feels nothing but hatred inside battle armor. Van Staten's like, genetically engineered? By who? And he's like, a genius. Man who was king of his own little world. You'd have liked him. Like, yeah, that sums up Davros perfectly. There's a lot of old ones, but to me, of the old Doctor episode where Davros showed up, Genesis of the Daleks, his first episode, just can't be topped. Davros had good stories, but he became a bit of a generic villain by the end in the old Doctor Who. That, yeah, if you just watch that one, Genesis Daleks, absolutely nails it, and you see how terrifying that guy is. So yeah, that's pretty much the end of the episode. Wasn't a bit long. This is a bit longer than the previous ones, currently over 8 minutes, but there's a lot more to talk about it, and stuff too important to not talk about. So yeah, favourite episode series on maybe favourite one-off. That'd be my spoiler for the whole series overall. Yes, but of course Doctor Who's got a few more 2 parts coming up. Best episode, the first 6 so far. Yeah, miles away. I'm saying it's my friend Bobby, who will be in one of these videos one day if he still wants to. Top 10 of new Doctor Who overall. Now this goes all the way up to like Doctor Who now. Yeah, I'm not sure how high in the top 10 I put it. I'd need to do some sort of big ranking for it, but absolutely it is that good. It's just shame that the writer Robert Sherman's only ever done this one story. I'd love to see more of what he could write, both for new characters or other, original villains like the Cybermen perhaps. But yeah, absolutely great story, absolutely worth it. And stay tuned for the next episode, which will be the Long Game. Long Game. Title makes sense in a very literal sense of the word, the long game. But I'll do that video tomorrow. I'll be back home again. I have the leather jacket on. And spoiler, it's nowhere near as good as Dalek, but it's still a good episode. But no, not at this level. It's very few episodes started with this. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. It's me wearing my robe from the resort, my free advertising. I'm drinking beer from a wine glass. Good old Carlsberg. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will continue doing this every single day until I haven't even checked, but whenever I get to the end of series 10. It'll be months away, but yeah, I hope you're enjoying this. Again, feel free to leave suggestions for improvements, etc. I'm always listening. Thank you. Bye.